Okay, so let's start. Ay, mali yung spelling nung ano. Bid system. Mali yan. Biosystem yan dapat. Okay, so in a reverse Carnot refrigerator, the low temperature reservoir is at 273 Kelvin and high temperature reservoir is at 303 Kelvin. What is the theoretical COP or the coefficient of performance? So sa computation ng ating mga COP or pagdating sa refrigeration, remember, ang temperature should be always absolute, no? So since dito, yung given natin is in terms of Kelvin, ibig sabihin yung given temperature natin ay i-input na lang natin dun sa ating formula. Pero kung hindi yan naka-Kelvin, no? So ano yung gagawin natin? So kapag ang given temperature natin is in terms of degrees Celsius, ang absolute temperature na ire-represent natin sa kanya is Kelvin. So dapat magdadagdag ka lang kay degrees Celsius ng plus 273.15. Okay? So kapag degree Fahrenheit naman yung given natin, ang idadagdag po natin dito ay i-convert natin siya into Rankine. So, paano mako-convert si Rankine? Degree Fahrenheit plus 460. No? So, constant number yung 460. So, doon, mako-convert natin siya into absolute temperature. Pakitap ako kapag masyadong nabibilisan kayo sa discussion para bibilisan ko lalo. No? Pag hindi malinaw yung pagka-explain ko, pwede nating ulitin. Okay? So, maging ano lang. Sabihan nyo lang ako. Wala nyo, pagbibigyan ko kayo, no. Humabol kayo. Charot. Okay, sige. So, sa COP, marami tayong formula. Pero since hindi pa naman to sobrang deep discussion, madidiscuss pa to sa ating mastery, no? So, yung applicable formula na lang doon sa ating question. So, ang ating question, ang given niya is temperature. So, sa COP, kapag ang given natin is temperature, no? And this is a reverse Carnot refrigerator. So, ang formula natin dyan is TL, no? Ibig sabihin, the low temperature over TH minus TL. Okay, as is lang yan, no? Yun lang yung formula natin. So, again, ito dapat ay T is absolute. No, absolute temperature yan. So, ang TL natin is yung mas mababang temperature. So, between 273 and 303, your TL is 273. Okay? And your TH is 303. So, input lang natin siya doon sa ating formula. So, your TL is 273 divided by TH natin is 303 minus 273. And that is equals to, ilan po yung makukuhang answer? That is equals to 9.1. Okay? Ang COP natin is, wala po siyang unit, no? So that is letter B. Okay? Masundan? Unitless po yan, ano? Unitless. Yung attendance, wait nyo lang yung mga admin natin. Andiyan na pala sila. Okay, thank you guys. Sabihin pag hindi nasundan, kahit isang may hindi nakasunod, uulitin natin. Okay? Walang may iwan sa pamilyang to. Ano na tayo? Number 2. So, an operating lamp draws a current of 0.4 amperes. What is the amount of charge? Ang hinahanap is your amount of charge passing through lamp in 10 seconds. Okay? So, ang formula natin, pag ang hinahanap natin ay amount of charge, ito po ay given by Q is equals to IT. No? So, Q is your amount of charge, that is in terms of coulomb. I is your current, that is in terms of ampere. And your T is in terms of seconds. Okay? That is the time. So, anong sabi dito? Meron tayong current na ilan? 0.4 ampere. So, that is 0.4 multiplied by, dumaan daw siya sa lamp ng 10 seconds. So, yun yung time na allotted. So, that is 10 second. And ang answer po natin dyan is ilan? That is equals to 4 column. Okay? So, ampere multiplied by second, ang resulting unit po natin dyan is C. Okay? So, that is your column. Nasundan? Okay. Madali lang to guys. So, nag-commit lang kayo ng mistake, hindi dahil mahina kayo. Nag-commit kayo ng mistake kasi first time nyo lang siyang ma-encounter. Okay? So, wag masyadong i-down ang sarili. Nagsisimula pa lang tayo. Meron pa tayong 160 plus. No? 160 plus days pa tayo para magpalakas. Okay? Na question sa number 2? Okay. Proceed tayo kay number 3. So, sabi, a pile of corn kernels is poured onto a flat surface. So, the height of the pile is measured to be 12 centimeter and the radius of the base is 20 centimeter. What is the angle of repose of the corn kernels? Okay, so when we say angle of repose, diba, imagine mo meron kang container na punong-puno ng grains or kernel dito sa question natin, and then ibubuhos mo siya. Pag binuhos mo siya, ang mafo-form na figure natin doon ay parang pyramid. Okay? So, meron ka ditong height, no, that is your h, and meron ka ditong base. Yung base mo is itong total length na yan. Pero dito, ang given natin is radius. Ibig sabihin, yung number na 20 centimeter as the radius is ito pong part na yan. Nakukuha po ba? Okay, sir, nasan po ba dyan yung repose? The angle of repose is ito pong angle na to. Okay? Yan po yung hinahanap ng ating question. Okay. So, ano yung formula na gagamitin natin for angle of repose? So, for angle of repose, we have theta is equals to arc tan of height divided by the radius. Okay? Nasundan po ba? Again, ang formula natin for angle of repose is arc tan h over r. Okay. So, given naman na yung mga number natin, we have, sabi, height of 12 centimeter. So, that is arc tan, that is 12 centimeter, divided by, ang base po natin ay 20 centimeter radius. Okay? So, dapat guys, no, same unit yung gagamitin. So, kung wari, naka-meter, mm yung isa or meter, no, dapat pareha sila ng unit. Okay, ang makukuha mo dito is theta is equals to what? That is 30.96 degrees. That is your letter C. Okay? Nasundan po ba? Paano kapag ang sinabi sa problem, ang sabi niya, and the base of the pile is equals to 12 centimeter. Base daw yan. So, ilan yung magiging value of R natin? Sabi sa problem, kung ano ibang problem. No, ilan yung magiging R natin? Okay, yung kalahati nung 12, no? So, magiging 6 yung ating R. Okay? So, ano lang naman yun? Kunwari lang naman. Kunwari lang. Okay? Nakuha po? Ano yan? Ito, ang given natin ay radius na agad yung binigay. A radius of the base is 20. Okay. Sorry. 10 dapat. Sorry. Okay, base is the diameter, kumbaga. Yes, base of the base is the diameter. Okay? Hindi, ito, tama lang, sabi niya, radius of the base. Okay, so hindi mo na i-divide si 20 centimeter by 2. Nakuha po ba? Nakuha? Okay, munti ka na mawala doon ha. Nakuha? So sabi niya, radius of the base. So ibig sabihin, yung number na binigay is already the radius. Pero pag sinabi lang niya na the base of the pile is 20 centimeter, doon mo hatiin. Okay, doon mo siya i-divide ng 2. Okay? Nakuha? Okay, remember? Sige nga, i-note ko. No, pag base, no, diameter yan. Okay. Malinaw? Okay, sige. Pwede na mag-proceed? Okay, next tayo. So, compute the amount of heat needed to drop the temperature of 100 cans of milk from 32 degrees Celsius to 77 degree Fahrenheit. So assume a specific weight of milk equal to 0.99 kilogram per liter, and the specific heat of milk is 0.93 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. And 1 can of milk is equivalent to 1,000 cubic centimeter. Ayun lang. Kung mapapansin niyo yung problem natin, ang dami niyang kailangang conversion na gawin. But, ano ba yung general formula na gagamitin natin para malaman yung amount of heat, no, na kailangan para mapababa yung temperature ng ating cans? So, in calculation ng heat natin, that is just your MCP delta T. Okay? So, that is MCP delta T. Okay? Isa-isahin po natin yung given. Okay? So, doon muna tayo sa temperature. So, ang T1 natin, no, ang initial temperature natin is 32 degrees Celsius. Okay? That is the initial temperature na kailangan natin mababa. And then, ang ating final temperature is 77 degree Fahrenheit. So kung mapapansin nyo, yung ating specific heat ay expressed in absolute temperature. So dapat yung ating equation or yung ating mga unit na temperature is also expressed in absolute temperature. Pero meron tayong degree Fahrenheit. So, sir, irarankain ba to? Hindi po. Kasi si Celsius, ang kanyang absolute temperature is Kelvin. So, sundin na natin yung Kelvin. So, i-convert muna natin si degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius. Guys, sabihin nyo pag masyado akong mabilis mag-explain ha. So, degree Fahrenheit, i-convert natin siya to degree Celsius. Ano yung formula natin sa pag-convert ng Fahrenheit to Celsius? Kung kung alam nyo mag-calculate ng sa calcu, pwede naman yun, Pero ako kasi hindi ako masyadong magaling sa calculator. So, yung yung general formula niya, no? So, that is degree Fahrenheit minus 32 quantity 5/9. So, ito yung conversion formula natin. So, i-convert natin si 77 degree Fahrenheit minus 32 multiplied by 5/9. So, ang ating final temperature is equals to what? 25 degree Celsius. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, from 32 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius, hahanapin natin yung amount of heat na kailangan natin. Okay? Na maalis, no? Para mapababa yung temperature. Okay, meron na tayong parehas na unit ng temperature. So, i-convert naman natin siya to absolute temperature. So, yung 32 degrees Celsius natin no, Tama po ba? Okay. How about Celsius? I-convert natin siya to Kelvin. That is equals to 298.15 Kelvin. Okay? Nasundan po? Nasundan? Okay, sige. Meron na tayong temperature, no? Makocompute na natin yung changes dun sa temperature. So ngayon hanapin na ang M, no? Ilan yung magiging value ng M natin? So yung ating M dito is